Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for what is it? Thursday, March the 3rd. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of our free trading room. This is the address to get into the room. It is free. We are live on the mic. At least I am live on the mic between 9 and 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every day, and I share my screen. And if you're looking to get a subscription to Trade Ideas, here are the various subscriptions that we have at this address. So now, before I start, I have to say that today, it wasn't a bad day for me. It could have been a lot better. I actually fell victim to a bit of over trading and started to peck away at my profits that I made in the early part of the day just by a little bit of over trading and doing things that I don't normally do, taking cheaper stocks, etc. But anyway, before we get rolling, I want to just massive kudos to Jorge in our room. Excuse me, I did not take this one, but he called CarMax, KMX. I'm not sure exactly where he called it, but I know he said he put about a $50 target on it, what he thought might, and look at that, hit 50, 54. I think he was in around here. So an excellent trade. So right after that, he talked about Zillow and very similar pattern. Now, didn't quite match the CarMax, but I did take it at 23.58. And these were relatively early trades. I took it at 23.58 and was really hoping that it would really break through 24. It did not happen, and took my profits at 23.90 and 23.71. So big kudos to Jorge, especially for the KMX early trade. Now, ENPH kind of broke my heart a bit. Actually, ENPH came from Holly early, our AI channel early. And the alert was around 275. And I got into the trade. I actually took the trade right here at 2. I think it dipped down, and then as it came back up, I took the trade at 275. And again, I'm not usually taking these lower price ones. Now this one did work. Admittedly, it did work. Took the trade at say 275, and I exited in a couple of places at 2. You see how it just didn't seem to want to get through 3 right here. So I exited at 2. We're at 2. Sorry, just got to find it. 284 and 287 in this area here. Then I decided once it broke through 3, I decided that I wanted to get into it again. It looked really good, and also it appeared on the option, my option plays magic window, which you can have. This performed really well, had a lot of alerts, especially the energies. I missed a lot of them. There were many. I know a lot of people took them, which is excellent, and I missed a lot of these big energy plays. But ended up taking this again at 3 when it popped over 3, and unfortunately, again, this is my bias. These are the cheaper stocks. The minute it started to dip below 3, I got out, and then look what happened. Maybe probably 30 minutes later. This is a 15-minute candles, so maybe 15-20 minutes later, and then it really. And I had a few shares, I have to admit, when it was here. But this little move, I just, for me, I just can't take, I'm not going to run the risk that it's just going to collapse on me. So, I'd rather take a small loss, and, it's hard to look at afterwards, but, that's just the way it is. Now, another one was ENV, another pretty good trade for me. ENV, again, from the options. Options came in at, I believe it was about 21.08, just over 21, took the trade. It's already accelerating up, but the options didn't kick in. It didn't have the filters weren't in place, or the filters weren't being met until around this level. Took the trade right here, 21.08, and exited some at 21.19, and sort of flat. You see on this pullback, and it broke down through 21. Never know. It could just completely and utterly give it up. I mean, look at the daily on this one. This is why, I am relatively conservative when it comes to stuff like this. Probably look a little, see what I'm talking about. So, this was yesterday, had the big down day yesterday, and now it's had the pop today, but had the big down day yesterday, the day before, and the day before that. So had 3 big down days in a row, and obviously it held that level, and then it popped from there. So now, and it's doing very well now. But unfortunately, again, I have to obey stuff that like this I mean, that popped it down below 21. It could just as easily as, dropped another dollar. And then sure, it could have come up again. But, I just have to kind of obey this sort of stuff. Especially, you can hold on if you take fewer shares and you're prepared to wait things out. You still have to have a stop, but you have to take fewer shares. Otherwise, you just can't disobey like a pullback like that, especially when it breaks down through the whole number. And let's see. Now, another one that I just stopped myself out of was clean energy. Yeah, I took it right here. Again, it came in the options channel. Took a loss on this. Took it at 331 and got out at 327. Again, these little ones, unless they go almost immediately, I'm really reluctant to hold these for a long time. I'm not looking to hold this for the next couple of days. Though the daily does look obviously it's good and it's an energy sector play, as long as the energy sector, which appears to be rolling pretty well right now. If it keeps going, obviously I'm going to probably maybe take a look at one of these and maybe try to swing it. But right now I'm just not prepared to hold something like this that could just, give it all up. I had a few shares of this one either, so I didn't want to run the risk. Now the other one I took a small loss on, but I would be watching this is HSC. Take a look at the daily. You have to look at the daily to see what I'm looking at. Okay, so obviously I think I'm going to suggest this had earnings. Let me just see, earnings 3 days ago. Big drop on earnings and seems to have put in a base. This is yesterday's candle and this is today. So, I mean over $4 and that's what I did. I took the trade at 405 and I sought myself out at 399. But I've have an alert at around 411 or so. Later on today, if it gets up there, I may take a look at it. But if tomorrow it does something like that, get over 411 and looks like it wants to move. I mean, this is a nice void, and on a percentage basis, this is what we're looking for. Now, just 1 second, please. So if you watched the video yesterday, just had to bring up this chart, but if you watched the video yesterday, I was talking about LXU, and this was a level. It's funny, I tried to buy this about the last 10 seconds of the market yesterday at 9:30, and I didn't get it, ran out, and then in the after hours, the bid ask just was way too spready, so I didn't take the trade. But remember, I told you to watch this one. Now, it was a little bit whippy at the beginning of the day. You see here, it popped up to 952, then all the way back down to 904. Looked like it might have even just going to give up 9, and then look at this. I mean, from this, even if, again, if you took it above the high of yesterday in this level, 933, look where it went to, over $1, 1047. So that's why I'm saying, sometimes the ones that I'm talking about watching for the next day, even if this didn't do this today, when I'm talking about watching for the next day, I mean, it could be the next several days, of course. So that's why, that little HSC, don't lose sight of it. If you have our product and just put a little limit alert right around here, put it right on the chart, put it at 407, 410 in that range, and see if it breaks out. So anyway, I had a few other little losses. NPO, CONN, kind of whipped me out. Nothing extravagant or like nothing that was a killer, but I had some really good gains at the beginning of the day, and I just started pecking away at them by probably over trading a little bit. This is an interesting one that we were all following today. I got into this one a couple of times. The scuttlebutt on this in the pre-market was that Samsonite is making a play for them. So we'll have to see if that pans out. But you can see that we were trying to actually, I shorted this twice. Once I lost, once I made. And now it's just kind of hanging around that $26 level. So you might want to just keep an eye on this one, especially if the news comes out that they're not making a play on it. Of course, just because the news comes out saying they're not doesn't mean that they are not. You know how all this works, but this is the void that we were looking at. I mean, $20 up to in the pre-market all the way up to 28. So high, definitely in play. All right, that's it for today. Again, just keep an eye on that HSC. Maybe tomorrow it might give us something. The other one, and this is it's probably going to, This is killing me. We had the alert on this one right around here, and unfortunately for me, I got maybe a little too cute on it. Take a look at the daily chart, and was waiting for a break of here, but look at the move. I mean, this came in the options window. Again, I'm happy to share it with you. See if I can find it. WB 1541. Yeah, right here. 1541 at 1246. So 1541, and I didn't take it because I thought it was maybe a little extended, and I thought, you know what, this little area might block it. But now it is over 16. So remember, 1541. It's a tremendous move. Again, if you want my options play, all you have to do is just ask for it. Just info@trade-ideas, and I'd be happy to send it to you. All right, that's it for today. Break down this, and tomorrow I hopefully will not overtrade quite the same way I did today. Hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Again, it's a free trading room. You don't have to be even a member of Trade Ideas. Just come on in. Of course, we'd love at one point maybe you want to subscribe. You see what we're all doing. We have some great traders in the room, and we're getting more and more people in the room every single day. We're up to about 250 now, and which is my goal, maybe 1,000 by the end of the year. Who knows? Get to a critical mass, and I think we're doing like a really good job in the room. Again, it is not just about me. We have some really, really good traders. So the more eyeballs we have watching things, the better it is. All right, that's it for today. Hope to see you in a room tomorrow. Bye bye.